Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that. It's been a while since I've made a sort of sit down video. Just a little quick life update. About 2 weeks before Christmas I became really unwell. I had loads of Christmassy things planned, church and music events, lots of videos planned, things with friends planned, and I had to cancel them all. And if you know me well, then you'll know that I absolutely love Christmas, like more than my birthday and more than anything. And so to be able to not do lots of Christmassy things just sort of it wasn't a great time for me, and I was really sad. But I'm really glad to be back and doing things again. I'm still not 100%, you'll probably be able to hear as this video goes on, but I'm doing much better than I was. So I'm excited today to be back with another video to finish the year with a bang, although not an actual bang because I don't like bangs, a metaphorical bang. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about things that I've learnt this past year and things that I want to take forward into the next year. So, before I get into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. And let's get on to the first one. So, the first thing that I've been learning a lot recently is that I am not good at staying organised, but at the same time I really like to be organised, which they kind of contradict themselves. So I'll explain a bit. This year I've really been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of research into the fact that I think that I may have ADHD, and one thing that I can relate to is always drowning in things and not being able to stay on top of things and be organised, which is funny because part of my autism is the fact that I need to be organised in order to feel relaxed and to feel on top of things, but then I can never seem to stay on top of things. So one thing that I definitely have tried to do in the past due to my autism is be really organised and categorise every single thing. So for example, on my bookshelf I would put my books in a certain order on the bookshelf, or in my wardrobe I would put all the t-shirts in one section, all the trousers in another section. But then I'd go through and say, okay, so on this side the t-shirts need to be from thickest to thinnest, and then within those categories they then have to have short sleeve, long sleeve, no sleeve, and then the next one is like all the glittery t-shirts, and then the next ones are all the ones with writing on them. However, I was doing this so much that it then stopped working because it was overwhelming me, to the point where I would then pick up a t-shirt and go, oh, I don't remember where it comes in the order, get so stressed and then not end up putting any of my clothes away. So in this next year I'm gonna take not being too organised into my life. So learning that, okay, yeah, it's good to be organised and I find it helpful, but not micromanaging every single thing. Well, as long as all my books are on the shelf, it doesn't matter if they're not in a specific order. I don't have so many books that I'm never going to find the book that I want. You know, as long as all the t-shirts are in the one place, I can just pick one that I want. Or as long as all the bowls end up in the same cupboard, it doesn't matter what order they're stacked in. And I think not pressurising myself to be perfectly neat and organised all the time will really help to stay more organised in a way. So the second thing that I want to take through to next year is not setting myself so many goals at once that I then get overwhelmed and can't achieve any of them. There's always such a pressure that we have to be on the go all the time and doing things and being productive and learning new things because that's what society says we should be doing. But actually every person is different, and just because one person is able to do however much in a week doesn't mean that you have to or will be able to do the same. And I think that's kind of what I'm reminding myself constantly, is I'm my own person. Don't compare yourself to other people. If you don't do as much as someone else, or it takes you longer to do something, that's perfectly fine. As long as it makes you happy and it fits in with your life, then it doesn't matter. And so I'm taking that through to the next year because, well, I would often say to myself, oh, I want to do this, and then I want to do that, and then I'm going to try and do that. And I would get so overwhelmed that I'd get none of it done at all. And sometimes I'd start a new project and then think, oh, I'm really rubbish at it, it's taking ages, and then give up. And it's also a really good reminder that not everything is going to go well immediately. Things will take time. Don't put pressure on yourself to be good at things instantly, because that's not always how it works. So I think that's a really good thing that I'm going to try to be better at next year, is not overloading myself. So the third thing is kind of similar to the second thing, but it's that I want to learn to be more confident and assertive for myself. Now, I know it's easier said than done to learn to be confident. How do you learn to be confident exactly? I think that confidence in different areas of my life have improved just really by growing up, becoming more independent, doing these things more and more so that you get used to them. I think that I very much am a people pleaser. I very much would put other people's needs and wants before my own. I think very much due to my anxiety, I always just think it's easier that if other people are happy, it doesn't matter that I'm not happy. Because if I'm happy and I get the choice, then I will feel really bad and really guilty that the other person isn't happy, and I would much rather they were happy. Anyway, if that made any sense. So I'm going to learn this year that, you know, it's okay to put yourself first sometimes, and the other person is most likely wanting you to be happy as well as them. So it's learning to say, actually, it's okay if you want to do something different. And if they don't want to take your suggestion, that's fine. But at least you put it out there and you're not just letting everyone, in effect, control your life the whole time because you're putting their needs before yours. I also think that part of that comes with saying no to people. And this is something that I'm not very good at. And I will often overwork myself and overwhelm myself by saying yes to everything because I don't want to let people down, or, you know, I want to make friends and fit in, and if I say no, then they might not invite me to this thing again, or, you know, all those classic anxiety thoughts that you get. Actually this year I want to be more comfortable in saying no when I don't want to do something. Learning that it's not good to say yes just because you feel like you have to. Because I think also I end up doing too much because I say yes to everything and then get really stressed and exhausted and burnt out, and that's not good either. And not to feel bad for saying no and for taking time for myself. I think, like I said before, there's such a pressure from society that we should be doing things all the time and being on the go and being productive, but actually rest and taking time for yourself is productive, because if you're going constantly, you're gonna burn yourself out and then you won't have any energy for anything. So it's really important to take time for yourself, and I'm going to try and do that a bit more this year. So the last thing that I want to take forward into the next year is it's okay to need help with things, and it's okay to ask for help and to not be ashamed for it. Now, I've done a video on my channel before which was all about things that I use around my house and in my life to help navigate life as a neurodivergent person, and I am slowly coming to realise that, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of, that you need help and support maybe more so than other people. I love my Alexa at home. I just ask it to remind me things all the times that I would forget. For example, when I've made dinner and I leave food out on the side, I can ask her to remind me to put it in the fridge in half an hour, because I may forget and then it will sit out overnight until I come down and see it in the morning. Or using posters around my room to remind me of things. For example, I have a poster by my sofa that says, before I sit down, have I, and then there's a checklist: put my coat back, put my keys in the right place, have I emptied my bag, have I done my dishes? Because I know that as soon as I sit down, I'm not going to want to get back up and do those, and if I don't think about them or see them, then I won't think about them. So it's okay to need these things and to not be embarrassed that you do need these things, because everyone is different, and if it helps, then it helps. Another thing I think I'm going to try and get more used to is wearing my ear defenders when things get too much, and I think a lot of the time I sort of steer away from using them because I feel embarrassed, and which is silly because my whole channel is about me and my life as a neurodivergent person, and being open and honest about that and learning to accept it. But actually sometimes I do feel awkward wearing them because, well, I just do. And an example is, I went shopping with my friend the other day, and to a really big shopping centre right before Christmas, and I hadn't been there in years, and I completely forgot how busy it would be right before Christmas. It was so loud and so busy that actually I got really overwhelmed, and I'm very good at hiding that because obviously I want my friends to have a good time, and I really wanted to enjoy the time, but actually I was getting a bit overwhelmed. And I think, you know, it's all great like walking around and chatting to your friend, but if you're not actually having a decent conversation because all you're focused on is the noise and the busyness around you, then is that any different to just wearing your ear defenders and actually being in comfort? So I'm going to try and get better next year at being okay with using my neurodivergent accommodations, and not feeling embarrassed or ashamed for it. And I like how I said that as I was looking down, which doesn't look great, but yeah, I'm going to try my best. But anyway, I hope you found these things helpful. I wonder if you can relate to any of them. And let me know in the comments down below what you've learned from this past year and what you want to take forward into the year coming. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I upload a new video, which hopefully will be next Wednesday. But we'll see how I feel because my voice is kind of straining now. So I'm going to go and rest and not feel bad for it. And I hope you guys have an amazing New Year. Well, actually, this will come out on Wednesday, so I guess it will be New Year's Day. So anyway, I hope you had a great New Year's Eve, and you aren't too tired from staying up late. And I hope you have a lovely 2025. And I also just realised that I started off this video saying I want to end this year with a bang, and I've just realised that it's actually already 2025. So that didn't really work. Although maybe I'll post this on Tuesday instead. No, I'm going to stick to the Wednesday. Anyway, my ramble is over. That was probably about 2 minutes of your life wasted. But anyway, I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'll see you in the next video.